Fell Blood Elf boss. Seren Fireheart.
Waste my time.
There he is. He's no real difference to in a model to a normal Blood Elf. So anyway, Eversong Huffs. Huh. That's cool. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. Sorry, folks. There's a reason for that reaction. Prismatic slots are a recent thing, as memory serves. They were added in like WAD or maybe Mists. I think WAD. Prismatic slots. They were added in then. While dual crafting has been in the game since Burning Crusade, the exact expansion I'm in. So you'd figure that the Eversong Cuffs would have the thing that was in Burning Crusade. You'd be wrong. They apparently went back and altered the cuffs. Apparently red gems, blue gems, yellow gems no longer exist. At least as far as item drops go. You won't find a red only slot. Or well, you can put any, as far as I know, you can put any gem into any slot. You just get a bonus if you put the right gem into the right slot. Which means, which means nothing really. I can't remember my point, but basically they went back and altered it. Like modern gear, you can only get prismatic sauce on things. You don't need to worry about colors and gems anymore. Even on the old gear, you no longer have that. So it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And you notice there that the soccer bonus is +2 versatility. Versatility wasn't a stat in the olden days. That's a WAD stat added in clearly to the old gear. Not as big of an issue. You know, if they've removed whatever the soccer bonus was, you know, the stat that the soccer bonus would have given, it makes sense for them to add in whatever it is replacing it. But it just rubs me the wrong way. You know, them removing the gem thing. Anyway, there's a cool thing with this.
What do you see?
Let me just check one thing here. Oh, you fucker. Okay. They've done more than just alter the sockets. They've also altered the original gems. Now instead of them fitting one or two slots, like you can find like to be honest, I don't know actually what they even covered. You can find a red, a ruby that covers a red slot. You could find an orange that covers both a red and a yellow. Let's say, I can't remember if there is an orange gem, but you can find monocolored gems and dual colored gems. They're gone now, and they now match any socket. Just changing the old stuff irritates me because it's what I had, so it's what I'm used to. In my day. Okay, so anyway, in the past, the Exarch guy that you saw up in there used to be on this pedestal. For whatever reason, he's gone elsewhere, and you can't jump onto the pedestal. But anyway, here's a little side thing that I love about this faction. When you reach friendly, honored, revered, and exalted with them, you gain different. You get a little quest over here that's non-repeatable. The quest gives you a reward of a little box of supplies. The box of supplies, will differ because there's two. You can pick one. It's an Aldor or a Scryer supply pack. The Elder or Squire supply pack will give you things that will boost your Elder or Squire rep. Another thing is you could pay to have the statue built. It's immemorial beautiful. It's important to remember the moments in our history where great sacrifices are made. At least we forget the price of all wars, even ones that even the ones that are won. So it's a monument to the fallen, both the Aldor and the Scryer. So that's cool. You used to be able to give her like 10, 15 gold towards this, and you got a bit of rep for it. I can't do it now. Maybe it's because also level 1 Dragonhawk. I can't do it now presumably because I'm exalted, but I'm not sure. I swear I could still do it even after I reached exalted before. Maybe they removed it. Because there's no other quest in the game where you can just trade money for rep. I think I was going to do something else in Old World, in Outlands, but I have no idea. So I'm just going to head back to Dalaran. I think I might be done. So... am I think I might be done, Yeah, I think I'm done for today. Actually, I'll just do a little bit of inventory management. Then I think I'm gonna call quits.
How are you?
Pause it. I'm sure I'll sell resources at some stage. Ooh, actually, no. There's one last thing I want to go do. Yeah, there's one thing that I left I want to go do, and that's go buy the rest of the Demon Seal stuff. I doubt I'll be able to buy all of it, but I want to buy as much as I can.
Can I assist you? Good luck.
I know I could have hearted there, but I figured, I should just take a Griffin. So, oh, I keep forgetting what I was going to say. It's quite annoying. I do remember what I was going to do. I was going to read the lore on these different characters. Captain to the Duskwatch, Gerdo has devoted his life to keeping the peace within the walls of Suramar. Though he is growing uneasy since the arrival of the Legion, he remains faithful and loyal to the leadership of Suramar. Alicent has safeguarded him for generations, and she knows what is best for the people of the city. Tonight, Gerdo's task is to ensure that only citizens with proper credentials are able to enter a gathering of particular importance at the manor. Recording locally. The mic is working. That's working. All's well. Sorry, just had to double check. Well, that's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing because you know, he's just a dutiful guy, though he was kind of blindly faithful to Alicent. Apparently, if you leave up these beacon tower, the watchtowers, he can summon backup from them. Nuisance. A sadistic Eddar sorcerer, even as she understands the importance of the Nightborn to her master's plans, Talax chafes the indignity of setting guard over a building full of elves. Nevertheless, she and her lieutenants remain vigilant. While they live, no intruders will disrupt the gathering. Advisor Mandrius, first blade of the Grand Magistrix, Melandrius rarely leaves Alicent's side. He's eschewed the magical arts, instead harnessing the power of the Nightwell to heighten his reflexes, add movements to inhuman levels. Well, of course it's inhuman. He's an elf. And the Archway. Oh, wait. As vast as the city of Suramar is, the vast networks of tunnels beneath the city spans an even greater reach. Nightborn society has grown to depend on the power of the Nightwell. The Archway delivers that lifeblood throughout the city. This labyrinthine complex was built thousands of years ago, running beneath beneath the foundations of the city's largest buildings, and most modern citizens live their lives entirely unaware of what may lurk in the shadows beneath their feet. I thought that was out of use, because it was unstable. The thing exploded. Yeah, I feel like I swallowed something. Weird. Also, I actually didn't read this one. Even as Legion troops patrol the streets, casting a pall over the grand city of Zormar, the socialites in Nightborn society continue to cling to custom and routine. On this clear night, the cry of revelers echoes through the chill air, as the largest mansion in the noble district opens its doors for a grand gala. Rumor has it that the Grand Magistrix Alicent herself may be making an appearance, in an effort to assure several of her closest allies, despite recent turmoil. Turn to Karazhan. From the moment of its dark creation, the purpose of this dark tower has been intertwined with the history of the Guardians of Terrasfall. Once Arzot's... I can't say it anymore. Arzot. I can't say it anymore. Roset? I can't say it. Miguel Gorilla's greatest bulwark against Legion. It is now best known as the home of Medivh, who tragically betrayed Arzot and brought the unbroken chain of Guardians to an end. This legacy makes Karazhan a particular place of interest for the Legion, who have descended in full force in an effort to open a new front in their war on the denizens of Azeroth. And here's Upper Hall Wicked. Are villains born evil, or do they fall into wickedness due to the influence of others? Perhaps considering this quandary from their Hosen point of view will offer enlightenment. Westfall story. Amidst the carnage of two rival gangs battling for the turf of Westfall, two lovers from very different worlds fight for happiness. It is said that love is blind. But does it also need a translator? I think I've read this before, but I'll read it again. Cursed to take the form of beastly monster, Brute must find true love before he loses his life to the dark magic that transforms him. Will he learn proper table manners in time to win the heart of fair Bella? Arriving in Karazhan to cleanse the Tower of Vice and Corruption, the Titan Watcher was infuriated by Medivh's infamous parties and debaucheries. As her crusade for virtue seeks converts to her cause, the maiden remains committed to purging immorality using all the powers at her disposal. Attunement the Huntsman. Once charged with hunting game for his master's feasts, Attuman now sets his sights on the very different quarry. Ever wary of those seeking to steal his famous steed, Midnight, Attuman unleashes his well-honed fighting skills against all intruders. Moros, the steward of Karazhan, dotes upon his master's dinner guests within the grand banquet hall. Eternally devoted to the care of the tower, he dispatches impolite party crashers with cruel efficiency. The Curator safeguards the menagerie from unwelcome guests, terminating trespassers who seek to plunder the secrets of Karazhan. Though assembled by Medivh himself, the Guardian construct has deteriorated over time, becoming prone to energy overloads and erratic behavior. Shade of Medivh. So great was the power of the last Guardian, Medivh, that his power still echoes through the halls of Karazhan. Some of the echoes take the shape of visions, revealing past events to the tower's guests. Others assume more malevolent forms, recalling a time when the Guardian's will was not his own. Mana Devourer. Rarely does the sight of Mana Worm cause a seasoned adventurer concern. These stray, simple creatures fold about, consuming stray pockets of arcane energy. But in Karazhan, tables are often turned, and what at first glance appears harmless may be revealed as an enormous threat. Vizidum the Watcher. I swear I've seen that name before. I know I've read this before, but I swear I've seen the enemy elsewhere. The all-seeing Vizidum was commanded by Kil'jaeden to capture Karazhan and tap into the tendrils of energy woven in through the tower. Should he succeed in anchoring the structure to the myriad worlds held by the Legion, the Dark Titan's army will overrun Azeroth and leave little more than a smouldering husk. Oh, that's an interesting enemy. We've seen a similar model before back in the Warden's place, but this one's rejigged with more Legion gear. There's ones in Burning Crusade that look a fair bit different. No, not Darmal. That's actually quite an interesting place. Wait, Latendris? Huh. Sorry, I'm just not recognizing some of these names. Yeah, I'm just. I think I remember Latendris, but some of them are going over my head. I don't start reading the stuff from there. Though I will tell you one cool thing about Darmall. It's split into north, south, no, north, east, and west. And north is owned by ogres. The ogres, led by King Gordak, like I said, they hold Darmall North. But then there's these captains. Chorush the Observer is like the advisor. He's in the King boss battle. But see these guards. These four. The captain is just before the boss. But these four, and if you keep them all alive, including the captain, like these other four are wanderers throughout the rest of the dungeon. They patrol on a certain path in the different chunks of it. If you keep all five alive anyway, and I think maybe advisor, you get a chest at the end. Well, actually, you get a chest at the end regardless, unless you kill them all. I think the less you kill, the more rewards you get. It's really nice. Tribute runs, I remember hearing it being referred to as. Because you get a tribute chest at the end, and you get better rewards if you leave them all alive. I remember getting epics from it when I ran it before post kata. So anyway, Burning Crusade, Anatombs, no. This guy. Huh. It seems the Legion one isn't. Does anyone else think of an asshole looking at that? Either that or a weird eye. But anyway, it seems like the Legion ones aren't too much of a change from this one. Huh. Unless they updated this one's model as well. Let's see. All the Wardens, Gazer. Well, Gazer looks a lot different, Okay, the Watcher, Vizidum, he looks different. Well, he looks similar to the other guy. A bit different in places, but the eyes and all that, they look close enough. The guy from the Warden place, he looks a lot different. He looks honestly haggard. Well, this guy looks this way. There's a similarity between him and one of the guys, though obviously there's a difference between them. There's less of a similarity between him and Gazer. Oh yeah, I actually did finish reading that. New Archway. Yeah, actually, this is fine. Cut off from the power of the night wow, and cast into the dark expanse of the Archway. Ivan wandered aimlessly, slowly withering away, until he came upon a trove in the foundations beneath the great library of Surmar. He spent his days feverishly working to decipher the tomes there, feeding off the power of relics in the archives in order to sustain himself. But even as that magic sustains his body, his mind cracks and weakens. Korstalax. This massive construct patrols the tunnels beneath Surmar, searching for anomalies and correcting them. He's detected one such anomaly, a breach in one of the conduits that carries the power of the Nightwell, and works to repair it. But living outsiders wandering the tunnels are also an anomaly, one that Korstalax is empowered to remedy.